thought I would welcome you into my kitchen today. This is not something I would ever really do, but I thought I'd share with you. Today I went on my first ever foraging experience, and it was a combined bicycle ride with some foraging for wild garlic. And today I'm going to make, for the very first time, my homemade pesto. Well, it's in my homemade pesto, a homemade pesto that I hope will become trademarked as Elaine. But not really. All joking aside, I have had the most relaxing day. I've had stresses up to the eyeballs recently, and today I felt nothing but peace, thank goodness. So, this is the wild garlic that I foraged earlier on. I'm debating whether to get the scales out or just go by feel, right? So I'm going to give it a wash because, albeit we were off the beaten track, you just don't know if dogs have got down there and, you know, or whatever, but you want to get the sort of dirt, any mud, any soil off your wild garlic leaves. I have to say, they're gorgeous. So this is our wild garlic leaf, okay? Or my friend Tamara was telling me they're called ramps when they're picked at this age, and then when they flower later on, then they become the wild garlic. So this is the ramps at the moment, okay? And isn't it an amazing leaf? I'm so glad I had Tamara there, because I think my bag might have been filled up with small bluebells had she not been pointing me in the right direction. I'm just going to give these a nice wash, and then we're going to see how I am at making pesto. I just hope it turns out nicely, because I really love pesto, and to make my own, and it, I guess a lot of people could be watching going, pesto, that's so blooming easy. Yeah, it is, unless it's your first time doing it. I've never foraged before. Well, that's a lie. When I was a kid I picked blackberries, and my parents grew strawberries for a while, but Dad grew tomatoes, but I never foraged as such. So this has been fun. Did a 16.7 kilometre bike ride of the woodlands, and I have to say, I left there, got home, sat down for a few minutes before dashing out and making sure I had all the necessary ingredients for this task. And to say that I have felt relaxed and peaceful is quite an understatement. So I'm just making sure each leaf is lovely and clean. What else I've got to go into this is fresh basil. It's bought, but oh gosh, it smells gorgeous. And some pine nuts. I've also got, I'm going to put 2 little cloves of garlic in. I have the zest of a lemon that I'll be putting in, and I am using the extra virgin olive oil. And I'm also going to be adding some Parmesan cheese. So this should be rather delicious. So for tonight, I'm actually going to use, if this pesto is a success, I'm going to use it with tonight's dinner, because I'm going to roast some vegetables and have a pesto dressing on top of them to have with steak and some baby potatoes. So, taro, tats and tea. This isn't a tea as in cup of tea, this is tea as in our dinner. So, a play on the words there. But I hope you enjoy it. Oh gosh. Now, that's a little narrow one, and I'm sure Tamara said the little narrow ones were bluebell leaves. Does that look anything like that? Do you know, I might just leave that out, because does it, I can't even see, it smells like garlic. Oh no, it's garlic, that's fine. Oh, it's nice and strong. Last thing I want to be doing is giving the family bluebells for their dinner. Yeah, I think we picked quite quite a bit here. I just hope there's enough here to make a nice amount of pesto. Yes, I was supposed to do a reading this afternoon, but it couldn't go ahead. So I decided head on out while the sun was shining. It's gone in now, so I caught it at the right time. Oh, and I christened my bike with a little bit of a wobble and a fall off. But luckily I fell into some very soft cut grass, and it was purely because another cyclist came down behind us, and he did give us warning, but I didn't hear him, and I had such a fright, I just went boom. Yeah, I was like Mr. Blobby trying to get up again. Oh. But it was the poor man, I don't know who had more of a fright, and he did stop and see if I was okay. I was fine. Not a mark on me, not a mark on Ruby. Ruby being my bicycle, of course. And thankfully, not a mark on Ruby. I think I'd got a bit mad if there was. Oh. She happens to be my pride and joy. I can't get over how I've taken to this cycling though. And cycling through the woods and then doing something as therapeutic as foraging, and then sitting by the stream and listening to the birds' song and having a nice sensible conversation. It really is enjoyable. It does so much good for the old brain cells. I think I might just get the scales out if I can find them, because my kitchen's a bit topsy-turvy. Alright, scales, 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 where the devil are you? You're not there. Well, I can't see them straight up, so instead I'm going to guess. This is where it could possibly fall flat. Let's have a look. Here's my little recipe. Right, pine nuts, 50 grams. Well, the bag was 100 grams, so I put half of it in there. Basil, 80 grams. I might... Do you know what? I'm going to stick the stalks in as well. 50 grams of parmesan. How much is in there? 100 grams, so half of that will go in. 150 ml of olive oil, I have to measure that out, and 2 cloves of garlic. Now this one doesn't have any lemon or lemon zest in. Will I put it in? Will I put it in? Might do. Now let's have a look. Let's get this garlic done first. It's actually quite exciting, this. I don't want you to find it too boring, but it's this is a new thing for me. And you know, it's nice sharing with you my spoils, and hopefully you've got somewhere close to you where you can go foraging and dig out your garlic and any other bits and bobs that you might use to put in. But do you know something? There's something to be said, spending a morning in the woods and just being. Now I know I've got to brown the pine nuts, so what I'm going to do is going to chop that in half there, because these are going to be mushed down with my hand blender, but just in order they don't fly everywhere. Or even am I going to put them into mix? Do you know, yeah, I am that unorganised. I'm going to just bang those in there, so they're all going to go in together anyway. So let's see what's it saying to do with the pine nuts. Okay, all right. Bear with me, folks. Boom, boom. Heat a small frying pan over a low heat. Cook the pine nuts until golden, shaking occasionally. Put into the food processor with the basil, parmesan, olive oil and garlic cloves. Whiz until smooth, then season to taste. Oh Jesus, that sounds easy enough, doesn't it? Right, hold on. I have a little frying pan, but it won't be in there because where is my tiny little frying pan that I got? There we go with my tiny frying pan. Nice and, it's actually for pancakes, but sure, I'm sure pine nuts will be grand too. Right, heat that up. And then, see how we go. I think what I have a bowl somewhere. Realised I don't have a mixing bowl because that's got broke. I'm actually going to mix them in here. Mix it all up in here now. I need something for 100. How much did it say of olive oil? 150 ml of olive oil. Making cups, which I do have. Oh, that's 80 ml. Those very disorganised ones, and since I'm not a chef or wouldn't even pretend to be, that's 125 mils. What did it say? It was 150 mils. It was 150 mils, wasn't it? Oops, let's have a look. Open up. Yeah, 150 mils. Now that hangs some hot nuts. I'm going to bang those on there. Right, pop the pine nuts onto this little frying pan. Okay, you can see them there, and I'm going to bang them on the heat and watch them go brown. Well, not brown, golden. Come on, pine nuts. Start turning golden. I just wish me luck, so. Well, actually no, not a quarter of this again, is it? It'll be, oh, they smell gorgeous. I'm going to put them in there. Oh my God, they smell gorgeous. They're sort of a browny golden. So everything is going here, 1, and then I want a little bit more of that again to make it 50. 1/5 of it, 1, 2. And that is about right. Bang that in there. And put everything else in. The basil, the garlic, and the wild garlic. Maybe I need to put that in a little bit at a time. This should be great crack, really. Let's have a look. Bang the whole thing. Actually, it does look like pesto. Now, this does look like pesto. A hell of a strong pesto. Shit, that was strong. Nice, but strong. Very earthy, but that garlic has a blooming kick and a half. I didn't have the Parmesan cheese. That's where I've gone wrong. Hold on. So it tastes a little bit too garlicky and too bland. Let's have a look here. Here you go. Nearly missed that out. I think I might add the lemon. See what that tastes like as well. So it's half this packet. So to about there. Bit more. Yep, that looks about right. The only thing, I love the taste of Parmesan, don't like the smell. absolutely beautiful. Oh, there's a bite of it. I might add the lemon actually, add the zest of a lemon and squeeze a bit of juice, a bit of the lemon juice into it as well. So looks like it's cocktails tonight with leftover lemon. Okay, just taking the zest. It'll add a bit of a citrusy taste. As you can see, it's very green. That's my pesto. Do you know, I think this is going to taste really nice. I'm just going to cut this lemon in half on the board there. And I tell you, I just want to give it a big squeeze of some lemon juice into it. Now we'll see what it tastes like. Oh, excited much? Yep. Right, just turn that off for a minute because I'm going to use a teaspoon around here. Now, my advice to you is if you can find your scales in your kitchen, use them. Because I think I might have put more wild garlic in than I was supposed to. But what the heck? It'll put hairs on our chest. Actually, do I actually want hair on my chest? Oh. I'm going to taste a bit in a minute. And I want to get this out here, so let me just take this off here. There we go. My mum gave me this. It's really turned out handy. I've got loads of pesto here. So, I'll bring it over to you. It looks like mushy peas. So there's my homemade pesto. I haven't tasted it with the lemon juice in yet. Here it goes. Do you know it's really nice? I've actually made something out of stuff I picked from the woods today. Now it says season to taste, but it doesn't tell you what to season it with. I'm assuming that's salt and pepper. Let's see what a bit tastes like. A wee bit of salt in it. And a wee bit of pepper. As you can see, I don't really go by recipes. I sort of get the base and then I sort of add my own things as I go along. Now, I wonder. Let's have a look, shall we? I have to say, I am delighted with it. I'm going to wash out this old jam jar, make sure it's, we keep the jam jars, the little jam jars, because I'm always using them for arts and crafts and things. So now, eat your hot out Mary Berry, Elaine Murphy's coming. Oh, I swear to God, I'm not great at, I'm not the best in the kitchen. I can cook a decent meal enough, but when it comes to anything out of the ordinary, I'm just a normal mum cook. When the kids were younger, I used to stick waffles on them from time to time. I always seem to catch them on one side, so turn them over. And don't worry, they've just been lying in the sun for a little while, not really burnt. Oh. Now, that's the outside dried. I'll put my cloth in there. I'm going to put some kitchen roll and just get the kitchen roll into here. Dry it out. It is spotless. these were already washed out after the jam that was in them, but I'm just freshening them up. So, let's have a go, shall we? Oh, this could take forever. I don't think I've seen pesto quite as green as this. Maybe I should have put a bit more pine nuts in, because I put so much garlic in. Just maybe. I think maybe I should have put a bit more oil in. I must have had more. I didn't weigh my garlic, I just sort of guessed it. But you know something? It's actually come out nice. Like I say, it does look like mushy peas. Whatever you do, never make a mistake of thinking these are mushy peas, because you burn the face off yourself, because it is quite burny. Wow, I got a massive jar of pesto. I don't even know if we're actually going to eat that much. So this bit, because I'm now finished, I'm going to taste it. Oh God, the salt and pepper made all the difference. Oh my God, that was beautiful. Oh, still got a hell of a bite to it. But there is my jar of homemade pesto. Come and have dinner at Elaine's. Thanks for joining me. Head out, make your own pesto, let me know how you get on. Bye.